Hello, welcome to my channel. In this episode, we'll take a look at an African violet miniature variety called Rob's Bed Bunny. It was hybridized by Ralph Robinson, the author of all Rob's varieties. Rob's Bed Bunny was registered with the African Violet Society of America in 2005 under the registration number 9459. I received a parent of this plant at a local club, Thousand Oaks African Violet Society, last year in 2019. It was very hot when I brought it home and it didn't survive, but I managed to rescue and propagate a few leaves. And so this is one of the babies that grew from the leaves that I rescued. Rob's Bed Bunny is listed as a microminiature on the hybridizer's website. It means that it grows very small, typically a maximum diameter that is less than 3 inches, and it should be grown in a 2-inch pot. I didn't know that it was a micro-mini at first, so the size of the pot in which this plant grows is 2.5 inches. And so the plant has grown to measure about 4 inches across, a little larger than 3 inches micro-mini. Here in comparison is another micro-mini by the same hybridizer called Rob's Twinkle Blue. It's a little younger, it's a very young plant, so it's younger than Rob's Bed Bunny, and this is now growing in a 2-inch pot, so you can compare the size. This one is barely 2 inches in diameter, so it's the diameter of the pot in which it's growing right now. The foliage of Rob's Bed Bunny is described as crown variegated, dark green, cream and pink. And the leaves are pointed with red reverse. I like the color of variegation on the leaves. I think it's very pretty. And it goes well together with the pink color of the blooms. The plant is now at the peak of its first blooming cycle, and the blooms of Rob's Bed Bunny are semidouble, bright pink pansies. And in my growing conditions, they almost look like little pink bells when they just open, so they're very pretty, like this one, for example. It's a young flower bud that is halfway open. I will include a few close-ups at the end of this video to show them up close. The blooms are not large. They're about 1/2 inch to 3/4 inches in diameter, but they look harmoniously together with the crown because it's a small size plant. Here they are in comparison to a dime coin. The bloom stalks on this variety have good length, and so they elevate the blooms nicely above the rosette. And for the first blooming cycle, I think it's a good bloomer. I grow this plant on a west-facing window with the natural light supplemented with some LED lights. And I plan on making a video talking about the lights that I use in my growing environment. The temperature in my environment is right now 75 degrees Fahrenheit and the humidity is 55%. And to grow my violets, I set my air conditioning and the heater system to run between 65 degrees Fahrenheit in the winter and 79 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer. This plant grows on a wick, and in addition to the regular tap water, it receives the fertilizers such as Dynagrow liquid plant food at 7.95 NPK ratio, and I use 1/4 teaspoon per gallon of water of Dynagrow liquid plant food, and I alternated with another fertilizer that is popular with African violet growers called Jack's Classic All-Purpose at 20-20-20 NPK ratio, and I use 1/8 teaspoon per gallon of water of Jack's Classic. So here it is again, a tiny African violet beauty with crown, variegation, and bright pink blooms by Ralph Robinson, called Rob's Bed Bunny. I hope you enjoyed it.